Okay, so I think you guys started these last week, tracing, looking at Frank Stella's work and then tracing the protractors. I noticed that she had you trace them all exactly like my example. You didn't have to do that. So if you want to change anything, you certainly can. You can do any design you want as long as you're using the protractor. So if you don't want it with like that circle in the middle and then them all on the sides and you want to kind of mix it up, you can do that. Just when you're designing it, really think about what's in front of what. So, for example, I have this one in front of these two. Well, now, how can you tell that this is in front? I can tell because these lines stop and disappear behind this, which means this is on top. Now, if I had erased this part, this little section, and drawn this line straight through, then this one would look like it's on top. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I know that that can be a little confusing. So, okay, if I want this one to be on top, when I put this on, I'm only going to draw where there isn't this shape. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to stop as soon as I hit that line, because this is on top, so I'm not going to see anything behind it. So I'm going to skip until I don't see that line, and then do a little right here, and then I'm going to skip until I don't see that line, and do some right here. And I'm going to skip because this is on, well, you know what, actually, let's put this on top of this. So I'm going to keep going. So again, I don't do right here, because that's in that other protractor. I start here. Okay. So, oh, I forgot just this little tiny bit right here. Okay. So now this looks like it's on top of this. And now I need to erase this line so that this looks like it's on top of this. So watch. When I erase that line, it looks like this is laying on top of this, but this is laying on top of this. So I just want you to think about that when you're drawing. And then once you're done, you can take a Sharpie and outline all of your protractors, and just try your best. Go slow, try and keep it really nice and neat. Once you have outlined them, I'm only going to do a little bit. You can take an eraser, and erase any parts where you see the pencil sticking out. So like right here. Okay, and then you're ready for oil pastel. Now, I think we've worked with oil pastel before. So basically you, let's see, you draw, don't press too hard, remember, because they're super soft. And don't just like color over the whole page. Color each protractor as if it's its own thing. Okay, so stay in the lines. Don't just, even if this is blue and this is blue, we're not just going to color over that line. We're going to color within the line and then go and do the next one, if that makes sense. Once I've colored, if I want to fade from one color to the next, what I'm going to do is, let's say I want to fade from this light blue to the red. I'm going to take my finger, spread it around, try and fill in any of the holes, and then I'm going to smear it way past what I drew. And I'm going to take my other color and kind of layer it on top of the part I just smeared. And I'm going to smear it the other way into the other color. And that's how you mix them. Okay, so don't just color the protractors, then think about what you want in the middle. I didn't get done coloring my one up there or here. But the cool thing is the sky's the limit. You guys get to make it as cool as you want and pick all of your own colors. If you want to do, I saw someone do like rainbow stripes all fading into another. So you really can be as creative as you want. My whole thing is just stay as neat as possible. So I don't want to see coloring like that. That looks sloppy. Go back and make sure that there's no little white spots. And if you are having a hard time getting rid of the white spots, that's when you take your finger and kind of smear. And that should help. So, have fun.